Happy Friday, Ronchar Ranchers. I hope everybody is doing well. Well, since it is $5 Friday and we are trying to raise money for Louie, decided to have this time with Louie while he eats his dinner. So we have a lot of new followers, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about Louie and why we're fundraising for him on this $5 Friday. So Louie came to us not even a year ago, and he is not a draft horse, as you can see. He is a thoroughbred, and he is only 11 years old. And he did race. He ran in actually 2 races. He came in 3rd in one of them. And we really don't know why he never continued his racing career. So he was, hi Kathy. So he was purchased by a family, and he was to be their daughter's riding horse, and he was for a long time. He was ridden. He actually was a lesson horse on top of that at the barn that he was staying at, and he was their go-to horse. And then unexpectedly, he became lame. And he was not lame on any one leg. It would go around to different legs. Oops. And sorry about that. Charlie came and wanted to clean up for him. So he came, and it happened to different legs. And they were never able to really find out what was wrong with him. And he came to us, and he was to be Barney's pasture mate. And because Barney was a little older, it wasn't a good match. So that's why he's now with Charlie and Roni. But while he's been here, he has been, he was healthy. You know, he was running around, and he was enjoying being in the pasture. And Charlie likes to be alpha. Excuse me. Enough. Move along. So, so he was fine up until this fall. And what ended up happening this fall is that, yeah, Kathy, too exciting. So what ended up happening was this fall, he ended up coming up lame. And Louie's personality is that he is a very fun-loving horse. We are going to start trick training him because he has that kind of personality. And he loves to be around people. He just has that kind of joker, jester kind of personality. He can pick things up. And he just loves life, except when he's in pain. He is totally different when he's in pain. He doesn't want to be around anybody. All he wants to do is stay in the barn and not move. So the reason we're doing the $5 Friday for him is because the thing that makes is not only the shoes that he normally wears, the boots, but also the pain medication that he's on. And the pain medication costs roughly $5, hence why we're having a $5 Friday. So we're trying to have his medication paid for March and April. And you know, we want Louie to be happy. We want him to be his fun-loving self, and that happens with his medication. He actually, sorry, poor internet connection. So as I was saying, you know, we want Louie to be happy. We want him to be healthy. And, you know, with his pain medication, today he was feeling so good that he was rip-roaring around the pasture, and he walked right out of his boots. So, that's why he's not wearing his boots right now, is because they're actually inside getting dried out, because we have quite a bit of snow here, and his boots got all full of snow. So what we ended up doing was we took them off so they can dry out, and his feet dry out too. Yes, Kathy, meds do make all the difference. And so we end up drying them out so that his feet get a chance to dry out too. We're very cognizant of how long we can go before his feet start to bother him. And he does have, my vet found out by looking at his x-rays, is that he does have navicular. And that's not uncommon for thoroughbreds, and that's why the medication and the boots have such a wonderful impact on him and help him so much. So to take the pressure off of his feet, that's what the boots do, and also to calm down the inflammation is what the Equiox does. So that's why you know, this $5 Friday is so important for Louie, and why we're running it, because we want to keep him happy. You know, there's nothing worse than when you have a horse, or any animal for that matter, that you know is in pain, and you know there isn't something that you can do something to help him or her. The other issue that Louie has is that he does have something called, he's got issues with his spine, and it's called kissing spine, where the vertebrae are too close together. So that's also why the Equiox helps, and it's also why he's not always lame on, or hasn't been in the past, on the same leg. Right now he does, while we do have the front feet under control, the back legs, his back left leg is bothering him. So we are trying to figure out where that pain is coming from. The way that we can tell that he's in pain is because when he's running around like he was today, as soon as he's fine while he's doing it, as soon as he's done though, he stops and pulls his left leg up, like he's in, you know, like it hurts, like, you know, when you hit your elbow, or if you have bad knees, you know, if you're running around and then you got to kind of shake it out and bend it and move it around to get it in a spot that it doesn't hurt anymore. And that's what ends up happening with Louie, is when he moves around at like a trot. Oh, so Kathy says that Sunny has a navicular cyst, and we have to do special shoes too. Aquiox, yes, Aquiox is expensive, but it's doing the job for him, so, you know, you stick with what works. We are actually, Michelle, yes, we are going to look into massage therapy for him as well in the springtime. In the spring, we also are going to do a set of x-rays on him to see how bad how the navicular has progressed, and also what's going on as far as his kissing spine, and if that has progressed as well. So those things are in the works too. We've also tried Beamer in the past. If you've been with us for a while, you know that we tried Beamer therapy on Jesse to help him with circulation and his lymphedema and CPL, and we'll see and look into if that's also an option for Louie. But we really need to get the diagnostics done on him first. And we need to do a full lameness exam on him. Dr. Lauren did do a lameness test, but it was icy. It was there was snow on the ground, so we really couldn't put him through all of his paces because obviously we didn't want to run the risk of him getting hurt. So she saw what I was seeing with him as far as his lameness and his pain level. So we left it at that for right now, and we'll do the full diagnostics in the spring when the ground is more conducive. Kathleen, you jumped on later. You did have dinner with Louie. We'll do it more, though. I know that normally we do have dinner with Gabby and Barney. So I'm going to make it a point to have dinner with Louie as well more often. But he, other than that, you can see that he is, he's doing well otherwise. He has put on weight this winter, which I have absolutely no problems with. I'd rather have him put some weight on than lose weight. It's always easier to to kind of dial it back than it is to have them put weight on in the winter. But I hope that those people who are new, because we do have a whole host of new followers, now get a better understanding of why we're doing our $5 Friday for Louie, and hear his story, and if you're able to help, we would greatly appreciate it. Our sweet boy deserves to be happy, so right, buddy boy? So real quick, since they're here, Gabby girl is chilling in her spot with her boy. Charlie and her are best buds. They love hanging out together. And Charlie always shares his meal with her, no matter what it is. So at some point he'll push it a little closer to her, and they end up sharing their pile together. Barney Bear's here as well. He is enjoying his meal out on the patio, as I like to call it. He is actually now preferring to eat out here than in the barn. So, wherever they want to eat and wherever they're happy, that's where they get to go. So he wants to be out here with everybody else instead of kind of tucked away in the barn. When he is done, he does go back in the barn and falls asleep in there. But he does enjoy having his meals out here, at least his hay. He likes having his grain in his feed in the barn though. So Ronechar Ranchers, that's it for this week. There's Rony Rones. He's eating his food over there. Rony likes to be far, far away from everybody because he gets very scared when Charlie comes around, and he'd rather just be out by himself. All right, Ronechar Ranchers. My hands are actually getting cold. So I will talk to you guys next Friday, and during the week I will keep you updated with what's going on with some pictures and some more information. If you're not able to be on Facebook a lot, you can always go over to our website also, ronecharranchrescue.org, and I blog on there. You can sign up for updates that are happening. You can keep up to date with everything that's going on with the horses, and some educational stuff too. So head on over to our website, and you'll find some great information there. But until then, Ronechar Ranchers, if if you happen to be in one of the locations that are in the deep freeze, we have people from across the country on here. Please be safe. It's still wickedly cold in the Midwest, and of course everybody knows what's going on in Texas as well. So please, everybody, be safe, be warm, and I'll talk to everybody next week. Thanks, Ronechar Ranchers. Be well.